I'm always going on about keeping a notebook. So in your notebooks, it's a great idea to keep a kind of word hoard, to think, spend a little bit of time one afternoon, one evening, thinking of words that are important to you, that you've forgotten. Earlier in the course, I mentioned my Scots words, skelf, splinter, oos, fluff, or even little phrases that have meaning for me, the broken biscuits that my mother used to buy in the market. My mother saying the day and ever, what like is it? I remember my daughter once saying to me, how many sympathies did Beethoven write? And that misuse of the word, she meant, of course, symphonies, entered me. It pleased me and amused me, but it entered me. And eventually I did write a poem simply out of that child's question called His 9 Sympathies. And I had great fun playing around with that. So words, how do we find them? They're in us already from our lives so far. But we can also find new words or phrases by listening. A poet has to be an ear, has to be an eye as well, but we'll talk about that as we go on through the course. Listen. Listen to the sounds and the music of speech, everyday speech. If you're in conversations with friends or with children, pay attention to the sounds that you're hearing. And of course, don't be afraid to research words. Look at the root of a word. Where did it come from? I called my last collection of poetry Sincerity for the reason that I wanted the poems in that collection, whether they were autobiographical or more public, to be sincere. The root of that word is Greek. It means without wax. And in ancient Greece, if sculptors made a mistake in their sculpture, rather than admitting it, they would cover it up with wax so that you couldn't see the floor. So sincerity means without wax originally. The flaws are allowed to be seen, and that's why I chose that word. So it's very interesting to go quite deeply into the etymology of a word, to gather words that I suppose you need to feel an affinity or a click or an attraction to a word. But your word hoard will grow.